bienvenidos a mi show. Welcome to Catching Up with Claudia. Now, ojalá que se puedan quedar hasta el final para que puedan escuchar lo que va a compartir mi invitada o mi invitado. Así es que no se les olvide también de seguirnos por las redes sociales. Estamos en todas las plataformas. Hasta luego.
I didn't mean to watch it out.
All right, welcome back to Catching Up with la Super Comadre Claudia. I have some amazing comadres here. But before we get started with today's presentation, show, and uplifting of these amazing women, I want to catch up with you a little bit because we're back at SDC Builds. As you know, he's one of Tony Garcia behind SDC Builds. This is his location. He always opens up the doors for us to come in here and to do our thing. And I remember one time I was here with this one, and we were hearing noises.
Oh, hell no.
Do you remember? It was like Halloween. It was October. We were sitting on that couch and we were hearing noises.
Don't say that because I think a fantasma's following me. So.
Chihuahuas. Are you serious?
Yeah,
Are they not?
I'll leave a few with y'all.
It depends.
I'll leave a few with y'all.
Girl, do not.
Well, mira,
I think you need a boyfriend.
Girl.
Leave one or two with you.
No, thank you. I'm good.
Monica can take one to her husband.
Hey, you know, it's that time of the year where you need to cuddle up with someone, right? Is that, what do you call that weather? When you need to cuddle up with someone?
Snuggle weather.
It's snuggle weather?
It's, I don't know.
Yeah.
Apparently, I'm not doing either. So
In my
Snuggle
town,
weather.
in my town, we call it sweater weather.
Sweater.
Oh.
Should I say that?
Sweater weather.
I don't know.
Sweater weather.
Oh my
Sweater
God!
weather.
That made my sense. Did y'all see? I think I sent it up to all of y'all. The Saturday night.
Sweater weather.
Sweater weather.
Sweater weather. It's
I know
sweater
it's
weather.
that. I've never heard of cuddle and snuggling.
Yeah.
It's too hot. I'm amazed you're still trying to snuggle with that.
No, I'm not trying to snuggle with
It
No.
gets too hot.
No,
We're
if
not
I'm
doing
snuggling
that.
with
I'm not
anybody,
doing that.
especially with this hot flash, I have nothing on. But that's another show.
And,
Anyways.
and I need a parka.
Mejor
Okay.
me voy a acurrucar contigo because you need some heat.
I do.
And I need some cold.
I know,
So see
right?
how we all work out. So earlier what
we compliment each other.
We do. You know, it's been a while. But I want to welcome y'all back, and we brought a new comadre.
We did.
So we are now crowning a new super comadre. And as you know, I always bring on some amazing women that are going to talk about amazing things. But we have
I'm
some-
amazing.
Yes, amazing.
I'm amazing.
But before we get started with this amazing collection of ladies, I just want to give a shout out to sponsors that, you know, make sure that I'm always here and awake and doing the right thing at the right time and make sure I'm at the right place. Men Awake. Speaking of hot flashes, have you been leathered up by Men Awake?
You know what? I've been meaning to.
Have you been?
Well, if you need to be leathered up by Men
By
Awake, you know, for your hot flashes and all that stuff, Men Awake keeps me in check. Ilsa's Glam Boutique. I always get some little cute little jewelry, and that's
Oh yeah,
She
and
has-
I'm always, you know, accessorized by Ilsa's Glam Boutique. Not
Yes,
today
not
though,
today, but-
not
but
today.
mostly.
But I do have my own exclusive line,
Line.
Marianne's line at Ilsa's Glam Boutique. So look them up.
That's right. Cookie Face Cosmetics. I always put on her lip gloss and all that, so she keeps me nice and shiny, even though I'm sweaty, but that's all right. And Chris Pignon, who's always taking the pictures. Our
Ballerino Chris.
Our Ballerino
Our-
Chris.
yeah, Ballerino.
I met him and I brought him on. He took pictures of us, and then, you know, he's still taking pictures of us. So he's one of my sponsors. So if you need to get leathered up by Men Awake because you're going through menopause, go ahead and contact them. If you need to get glammed up, Ilsa and Marianne's line with Ilsa's Glam Boutique. If you need some makeup, go to Cookie Face Cosmetics. If you need a location to do something cute and fun, like a little a convivio, SDC Builds is available, and you can contact me, and I can hook you up with a little space to do something here for your thing. And if you need your pictures taken, contact Chris Pignon. All right.
I love it.
Let's bring it over here. Why do I have these gorgeous ladies next to me from AMA? And I'm going to start off with...
Start with me.
Let's start with...
Yeah.
Yes. Monica Vallejo. Woo! Tell us about AMA. What's going on at AMA and why we need to put AMA on the radar.
Well, AMA's been around 54 years. It's tough. Nonprofits are tough. You constantly need funding for the amazing programs that we have.
Mhm.
And, it's an election year. The hurricane, the tornado that we dealt with this year, we lost, some of our regular funding. Things are changing. And so it's just staying current with all of that. So Marianne, my partner, we work together so well. We are starting all kinds of new things. We're starting a new student and family community center there at AMA, and we just couldn't be more excited. But it's about staying relevant. It's about, the kids are ever changing, and it's just keeping them engaged and then helping them get the tools they need to be successful, right? That's what we do. That's what AMA has done for all of these years. And these beautiful ladies, minus Elsa, I hope she gets better soon and we get to see her. But
one comadre down.
Yeah,
she's down, but she'll be limping in here in a little bit.
And
hopefully,
as soon as she gets out of the
she will be limping in
she
here.
will make it here.
Yeah.
She's a trooper.
But prayers for her recovery is something simple. It's gonna be fine.
But they were chosen as my gala committee because they all have different things to offer. But Angelica was a graduate of Georgia Sanchez. And she is so successful. And so I'm always wanting to get her in front of the kids. And she's always wanting to work with the kids. Mm-hmm. She did an amazing workshop last year. She invited them to her amazing conference this year. And for, representation is everything. Yeah. And for them to see what is possible through her is it's so inspiring. And then, of course, Marianne, she's the networking queen. I don't think there's anybody she doesn't know. And so, but we work wonderful together. We work together at AMA. I'm on the AMA side. She's on the school side. And so we collaborate on all different projects. And then Ilsa, also an amazing networker. She's, got her hands in everything. And so they were the perfect pick, for our gala committee. And we're super excited. It's November 16th at the Saturday, November 16th at the Junior League. We're going to have our keynote speaker
slash performer.
Oh my God, Cristela Alonso.
Yes.
I know she did it. I mean, we couldn't be more excited. She is our community.
Mm-hmm.
She's first generation. She was born in the Valley, and she made her way all the way to Hollywood.
Yes, she did.
And so we're going to hear her inspiring story with laughs along the way.
Meet and greet if you get the right
ticket.
ticket.
Yes, we do have meet and greets available for our highest sponsorship levels, which sponsorships are still available. And you can find information on our website. But yeah, it's going to be a lovely evening, and we are celebrating, and we are giving our first ever Estrella Award to Elvia Quintanilla.
Yes. Congratulations,
Elvia. My girl crush. Oh my gosh.
She is
that
so
girl
amazing.
Is killing it.
But also when you hear her story, she was also a young mom. She thought, is this possible? And she made it possible. She had a dream, and she, and to see her every day, grinding. And we just visited her, and to see the growth of the school is just so amazing. And so when we went to go tell her, are you available on this date? We were trying to lock it all in, and she was so overwhelmed. She told us that AMA was her very first cohort.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes. It was full circle.
Yeah. Wow. We had no idea.
We didn't know. We just picked her because she's just killing it.
Yeah.
And she does so much.
She does. She would do a summer program for AMA students, but I had no idea it was because we
kickstarted it. We believed in her program,
and our superintendent at the time, said, let's make it happen. And so she was very overwhelmed. And then to follow, we didn't know this year, I mean, she's had a banner year. It has been, and it's and it just gives her more energy to keep going and do more. And she's, her graduating classes are getting bigger and bigger, and
mhm.
it's just amazing the change that she's making in the community. It's such a positive one, so we couldn't be happier.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's a great pick. And it's the Texas Technical Trade
School.
School. I just, I work with families, brain builders, and there was a woman that said, "Hey, I think I want to go into electricity work." I'm like,
We need more
we know.
women.
I got a program for you.
And
She's
we
like,
need
"Yes."
more women.
So I had 20
Representation.
women in this session, moms who are like, "Well, we need to get back to work." I'm like, "No problem. Here is," and I got them on the phone. We looked her up, and I told them go to channel 13. I don't know another station, but anyways, and they found her, and now they're looking into
That's amazing.
that. And I said, by the way, she's trying to get more women into this.
Absolutely.
Yes,
And she has a
absolutely.
full woman cohort right
Yes.
now through
Yeah.
Sarah Jobs, and it's amazing. Yeah, so we definitely need more women in these fields. I mean, it
So
pays
spaces,
well.
yeah.
She'll fast track you like
Yeah, I think her classes are like 6-week certifications. So I mean, it's not.
I think they're
It's-
not 6 weeks. I believe they're anywhere between 8 to 12 weeks.
Okay.
Well, either way, I
Depending
mean,
if it's
yeah.
daytime.
That's not long.
It's not long at all.
Yeah,
if
to
you
get
think
out
about
there
it,
and start
to-
working,
yeah,
getting
and
paid.
a trade that's useful, that's always
Oh my
going
gosh.
to be a need. You know?
Absolutely.
And then get more women out there. Like there needs to be representation.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
was
in
looking at
those
her
in
stats
those
how
spaces.
96% of the people that do the electrical work are men, and how she's changing that with her work. So that's exciting to see, bringing women in, having them do the certification and get out there and take care of their families and their communities.
For sure.
Now, let me ask you this: how did you end up with AMA or at AMA? What is your connection?
I
What's your
have
story?
I have a sweet story.
Uh-huh.
Another full circle moment. Alma's been a part of my life all my life. My mom was on the board for over 30 years, and that's just not common these days. I don't think it happens much anymore, but it was just a testament to what the community meant, and especially the at-risk youth. She poured into them. It was so important for them to understand that they had a place in this world, that they were capable of anything they wanted to do. It was going to take hard work, but you could do it. And we could, you might think you have obstacles, but there's ways around that. And that was so important to her. And so, I would see her, she'd take me to meetings. I'd have to sit and wait for her, or she'd take me to events, or she got us involved in volunteering from a very young age. It's in my DNA, but, we lost her in 2012 to ovarian cancer, but January of 2012, they named their student center after her, and they had a beautiful dedication. And just, it was a lovely event, and seeing all the people and students and people rallying around her and really wanting this for her because, she had dedicated, her life. And so, she passed that February, and my siblings and I, we mourned her. We would go visit her. She's my dad was in the service, and she's at Veterans Memorial, and it's just a sea, of headstones, and we'd go visit her. But we felt this wasn't, we didn't feel her there, and so we said we need to do something to continue her legacy. And so we started the Christina Project, and we do that by, getting the youth involved in volunteering. And we do a big fundraiser for ovarian cancer. But, our motto is helping others help others, and I love doing that in all aspects of my life. I love to see people win. And so through that work, we would do scholarships for the George I. Sanchez seniors. And we just celebrated 10 years, a decade of doing that. So we're so proud of that. And I know that would just blow her mind, wow, you guys. But in that work, I would volunteer to help with the galas and just stay connected because it was such a big part of her life. And in that, they said, "Hey, we have a job opening. Do you want to come work here?" And I was like, "I think so." Yeah. And it's been 2 years, and I've met the most amazing people. It's funny. I feel like, there's fate.
Absolutely.
People that are supposed to cross your path. And I'm so glad that I said yes. And I done some amazing things. I've been able to, do more volunteer events, get connected to the kids more. And I just couldn't be happier.
Yeah.
So, it's boots on the ground.
It is.
Sleeves up and there. I mean, every day
Yeah.
we are doing so much work, but when you see the positive change, it's
And the kids,
It's worth
yeah.
it.
community.
It's so worth
It
it.
is so
So,
worth it.
I hear a lot of full circles
Mhm.
coming around.
Oh, yeah,
I'm gonna
that's all of us.
I'm
all of
gonna
us.
weave
Mhm.
my comadre over
Mhm.
here, Marianne.
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
I always believe too that people cross paths for a reason. You
Mhm.
just don't know why or where or when or
Mhm.
what for.
Mhm.
When did y'all cross paths and how did y'all know it was a match?
Oh, it was a match made in heaven. So, well, I always knew about Alma, right?
Yeah,
Growing
yeah.
up, I grew up in the East End, so Alma was very big. But actually, my background is in healthcare. I was a trauma nurse, and
Yes.
emergency medicine has always been my background. But through my nonprofit, Raíces Unidas, I partnered up with Alma a few years ago, and we did. I had a program, and actually Jelly came. She came involved. We all of us,
Mhm.
and so I did that for a little while. Several programs that my nonprofit would volunteer with Alma, and after COVID, I kind of just took a toll on me, and I was like, man, I'm tired of healthcare, but this is all I know. This is all I've ever done, right? And the CEO now, he's like, you need to come work with us. We'll figure something out. You're a people person. You talk a lot. I'm like, gee, thanks.
She's a yapper.
Yeah. So he's like, you'd be perfect. You can bring in families, community engagement. I'm like, it was very scary for me because all I knew was healthcare. I'm like, well, what if I did it part-time? And, this was about a year and a half ago.
I remember when you said
Yeah,
that.
I'm like,
you ain't gonna be part-time very long.
I know.
You
And
better
so,
pack up your bags and move in.
I know. And that kind of evolved to like, now I'm the spokesperson for the organization to I oversee retention, recruitment, community engagement, and we do a little bit of everything. We wear so many different hats, but it's okay, because like Monica said, there's lots of moments where we're like, man, we feel defeated, but then it's like we keep on going, and then we see the outcome, and you see the smiles, and you see the families, and I'm like, oh man, it was worth it,
Yeah.
And so I remember when they put me in an office, and I was going to share an office with this wonderful lady, and I'm like, I don't get mind you, I come from corporate America, healthcare. I was a regional director of emergency medicine. I had my own corner office
With the door?
Yeah, with the door. And now I have to share an office with her.
A cubicle?
Yeah, I have to share, and I'm like,
I'm looking her up. He says, yeah, her name is Marianne Garcia. I was like, Marianne
Oh.
Garcia. And I was like, she's cute. Her.
and I'm like, I have to share offices, and oh my God, it was a match made in heaven. She's like my roomie.
Yeah.
But now we've graduated to our own
now
offices.
but we're right across from each other.
But we still have to be close. We haven't cut the umbilical cord.
They moved together
Yeah,
across the hallway.
Like we literally moved across the hallway, and we even have
And
our
it's too
own.
far.
Yeah, and we
It's
have
too
a
far.
door to divide our hallway from everybody else.
Because y'all are loud?
Yeah,
Or what?
So we were on the third floor of the district office,
Okay.
and I was like, man, it's gonna be quiet up here when I leave, guys.
Mhm.
It really is. And now we're by ourselves, so to say.
Yeah.
Man, I'm singing all damn day, and I'm loud, like, Monica, can you hear me?
Yeah. But
And
no,
you're on the phone calling her on the next room?
yeah. But no,
Yeah.
it was a testament to us because we
Yeah.
get stuff done.
Oh no, we
Yeah.
do. I
Yeah.
think that. So we
They were like,
compliment.
make things happen.
Yeah, like we
Yes.
compliment each other
Yes.
because Monica's the planner. Monica's
Oh,
like,
that's a great
yeah.
matchup.
Oh, right.
Yes.
She knows me.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Monica's
you're the
the-
executioner.
Yeah, Monica's like, Marianne, I have it all lined out, all of it. I'm like, give it to me, I'll get it done. And then when she's freaking out, I need you to get it together. And she's like, okay,
Like, breathe.
Okay.
Yeah.
okay.
I love those matches.
Like
Yes.
we're just and
I
so
love
like Monica said, there's a lot of amazing things happening right now.
Yeah.
We just got the green light for the community family community center, and so there's so many programs that we want to incorporate. I am just a lot of things. She brings in the funding so that I can, you know, use
it.
that. Yeah, spend it on different wisely,
Wisely.
right? Wisely for our families and
That's
our
right.
and our kids, right?
Absolutely.
And so, like, I'm working on this big, and it's actually I already got the green light. Our
Yeah.
go live day is November 5th, but we're actually bringing in healthcare for our families, right? So we're doing primary care, OBGYN, psychiatry,
beautiful.
psychology.
Yes.
And this is just something that's needed for our
Yeah.
demographic and for our families. And between Monica and I, we're gonna figure out a whole clinic space in
Oh
our
my
community
gosh.
center. She's bringing in like healthy classes for eating and
yoga.
exercising,
Oh,
like just
nutrition,
nutrition,
yoga,
yeah.
tai chi.
all of
¿qué
these
más?
things
Zumba.
are needed,
Yeah.
and we're gonna make
Oh, in
it
the
happen.
Suni area.
And it's
The Suni
and she
area.
plays a huge part in this.
What
So-
area? What area?
So
We have another space next to the offices
Okay.
that,
mhm.
that we're gonna have some room, and then the project prom.
So we did Project Prom a few years. This is going to be our third year that we do it coming up, where I partner up with Miss Angelica right here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And so, but then that and the Christina Project,
Mhm.
but that kind of evolved now to where we have a whole space in the
Mhm.
community center where
Mhm.
it's going to be like for career readiness, where
Mhm.
kids can or our
Yeah.
students can come in, do shopping, like Dress for Success type of
Oh.
deal, like, you know, do
Yeah.
mock interviews,
Uh-huh.
get, you know, build up their confidence so that they feel ready to go out in the workforce.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, we just complement one another in the sense that we all play a very pivotal part in this whole circle.
Yeah.
I like this circle.
A lot of good things.
I love this
I
coming.
love
circle
this
too.
circle.
I love it
this
too.
circle. Let me know because I work for the Hackett Center for Mental Health. You need some
Yes.
stuff over there.
Yes.
I would gladly hey, we can support you. Now I'm gonna weave in
Yes.
Jelly
yes,
here
ma'am.
because
Jelly.
this is like full circle, like
Full
10,000
circle.
times.
Yeah.
Tell us
Oh,
about
yeah.
your story, your connection, your amaziness. Amazingness.
Amazingness.
I think I like that. My ominous.
My ominous.
And we didn't need to use
Ominous.
ChatGPT for that.
I know.
I can be your chatty GPT.
Chatty.
Chatty GPT.
Chatty
You can be chatty GPT.
I think for me, and I'm like watching, and I swear, if I see Esperanza right, can I read that right? Is Esperanza Briones?
Yes, I see it.
So she was
I
my
can't read from here.
She was my best friend in like right behind high school,
Oh.
like right before high school. So my full and her kids actually went there. I go there.
Yay.
I believe so.
Saludos.
Saludos.
Pero so with the story behind all of that is when you hear them talk, right? You hear the passion behind it.
Yeah.
That's Alma has always brought passionate people together, and so in true honesty, that's where like when I had dropped out, they encouraged me to come back and graduate. When I didn't have a job to take care of my son, they were like, okay, you can play security and in the back and you do your homework.
Yeah.
And that's what it facilitates for us to be able to do. We had an amazing conversation with a journalist earlier today, and I told him, it's like Alma's one of the not one of the many spaces and one of the very little spaces that their students come back to help because of the journeys that we've had. We come from broken homes and spaces where we weren't. I was a 90s kid, right? So we were considered at risk youth, which simply meant that no child left behind was all of us, right?
We were all the child.
We were all
children.
We were all the kids
We were all
that were getting
children.
left behind. Yeah, and so when we talk about full circle moments, so when I obviously we've been friends, and then Monica came into existence, right? And I was like, she was like, we should do this and we should do that. I was like, okay, she's moving the needle in a way, but I don't know how much. Y'all know how I am. I'm not that I'm distrustful. It's just I need to see what you do first before I even start stepping into your space or your workspace. Like you got me full support. When you move, I move. When you move, I move. And then when you move, I push and I press, and I hope to continue to like raise the funds to be able to get the money to do the things that they need to do. That's through our PR agency. That's through our own organization, through our own like work company, like. Just facilitating those conversations and keep putting it out there in the community. So long story short, I remember Monica, and Monica's like, I want to do this. I was like, oh shit, she sounds like one of us. So I was like, I'm on board. I'm on board. I have to be on board.
Yeah.
And I kept going back trying to find my way there.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find my footing there.
Yeah.
So when Marianne was there, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And then she's part of development, right? And I was like, shit, here we go.
Yeah.
So that's how, for me, that's the full circle moment, as we have the capacity to make change.
Yeah.
It's community based and oriented by the community for the community.
Yes.
And it's us who are making the change, and not necessarily everybody from the outside is coming in. Yeah, you do need some outside people who have the knowledge to like, go for big grants and things like that to be able to do that. But those who make the real change is the community.
Yeah.
So if you're changing individuals like myself within the community, I'm going to come back and try to do the same.
Yeah.
And that's hopefully to like extend that to other organizations. But for now, my home is AMA. And so I have to continue doing the work. And what I really want to heavy hit and hard is the gala.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we need help.
So let's
We need
highlight
help.
the gala.
Absolutely.
Like, let's start off with, what is the itinerary? I have it a little bit right here.
We have some itinerary.
What's the itinerary? Because
So-
you had a beautiful publication out.
Yeah, so they have so the itinerary, actually the students at the Work and Learn did that flyer that you're looking at.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
So, but the idea is we want to bring some form of entertainment, right?
Okay.
So Grisela,
Yes,
Cristela
Cristela Alonso.
she had her own show. We all know this one. It was quite funny. I don't
Oh
know
my
why they took
gosh,
it
she
off
was
air.
hilarious. I loved
I don't know why
it.
they took it off air. Well, she's on tour doing all the shows and
Yes.
she's busy. And we happen to get her like right on time.
Nice.
She
Yes,
doesn't do all of these all the time.
No, she does not.
She does not.
That's great.
And so the fact that she's going to show up and she's going to do like a little bit for her,
Yeah.
and there's a VIP section and there's like all of that. So we're trying to sell, we got it at a space that's semi-affordable for people to join us, right? We know people in the Eastern are making huge changes. We know that you're working with corporations. We know that you're inside those ears of the people who are doing the donations, foundations, whatever it may be. We need your money.
We need your money so that I can spend it wisely on the children, guys, on the programming.
So before she spends it,
we need it. When do you need people to start buying?
so the
Sponsored.
gala date is
Okay.
November.
16th.
Okay,
Yeah,
November
so we're
16th.
less than a month out. So
Okay, you got plenty of
Yeah,
time to
yeah.
sponsor.
We
Yeah.
do.
And
And if you've never been to AMA, if you've never visited and you want to learn more about what we offer to the community, what our kids, our students are doing, because again, this is full circle, guys. We start from 6 weeks all through adulthood. We have an early childhood development center. We have our school district that has 2 schools, one in the north and one on the south side. We have our work and learn center that caters to, opportunity youth, ages 16 through 24. Then we also have prevention and counseling, who not only caters to adolescents and children, but also adults. And so we service everyone, adults, kids, so many different programming, but
babies
and our babies,
Yeah.
we prepare the babies for elementary school. So, but we're a nonprofit and we cannot do that without grants and funding and sponsorship. And that's why this gala is so important, because we need that funding to keep on going.
It's beyond important.
Okay.
I think it's vital for the community, because when
Absolutely.
the community shows up. So here's the thing: we are, and I don't know if you guys know this, but people's budgets ends at the end of October.
Right.
Oh,
If you got
they
extra
need to
funds,
do it now.
No, here's the thing:
Oh.
if people have extra funds in their budgets that they need to get rid of. Give it to us.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Like if you got an extra 5,000 that you're like, fuck, I need to get rid of it so I can start asking for more budget.
Yes.
So that the idea is that
Okay.
you need I don't even need to cuss. I'm so
No, you're right, because it's after hours.
She's passionate
How
about
we
it.
used to say en las comadres.
Después,
Yes.
los escuincles a dormir.
Please, full discretion is advised. If you have anyone below,
Any escuincles under 18.
under 18, please put them. They need to be doing their homework anyway.
En el
Okay.
cuarto.
So
They need to-
Mándalo a
Full
dormir.
disclaimer is,
You're fine.
yeah.
Yeah, no.
No,
So
you're fine. You're on fire.
what
You're passionate.
happens
So it's
is-
okay.
What happens is that the budget, when they don't get rid of their budget, they start to cut your budget. If they see money still allocated in your budget.
Okay, do
So
you
let's
have extra
spend it
budget
all.
money?
We
Send it
know-
to Ama.
We know you have extra budget money.
Okay.
You have to. Even if it's
Yeah.
like $300, we'll give you a ticket. Come,
Yeah.
join
Okay.
us.
Or get creative. We can get
you know,
creative.
or we can get creative. Or
Yeah.
if you happen to have an extra $7,000.
There you go.
We'll take that also. We'll take it off your plate. We'll take it, and and then hopefully you can put it on your next year's budget.
There you
Right.
go.
So allocate that 15,
Yeah.
20, 10K, thousand to AMA and the students, because I was sharing my story earlier. The computer lab, right? It was, I opened my first email at AMA.
Oh,
It was Yahoo.
Oh,
And they remember the chat.
Yeah,
I needed an email
Chat
to be able to
messenger.
chat on Yahoo.
Para andar de cabrona.
No,
That's what
see,
you needed. That's what she needed.
Yeah,
She
no,
needed.
but she needed it.
But look at her now.
Look at her now. Look at me now.
You know, I no longer type 5 words in a minute. I now type.
Con un
Now-
dedo. Con un
Now
dedo.
type 15 words a minute because I needed to chat. And so who remembers that one, right?
Right.
No, pero so the idea is yes.
Uh-huh.
This is definitely fun and games. This is definitely like a conversation. This is lighthearted.
Mm-hmm.
But it's
The real
important.
impact that we make or that is being made at AMA.
Yeah.
It's
beyond. It's
incomparable.
It's not,
Better yet,
absolutely.
I invite you, anyone that's watching, anyone that's curious about
visit.
come visit us.
Yes.
Monica or I are there. We can give you a tour of our entire facility, of all the different programs, and you can actually see what it is that you're funding and your money is going to go towards. You can, talk to the directors. You can see the students at, doing what they love, and that's our Work and Learn Center. They're creating digital content. They're learning about web design. You've got the elementary kids just running around. I mean, it's cute. It's cute. But come and we can give you a tour. You can see.
You need to.
Yeah, so you can understand where our passion comes from, and then you'll know why we're so passionate, because you will see it with your own two eyes.
If someone wants to go to an experience, like you have festivals, you have a lot of community outreach. Where can people go and connect with you, follow you, so they can keep up with festivals? Thank you so much for opening the doors for me to come in and recruit families for Brain Builders.
Yes, we're gonna do another one this year.
I'm down, because everyone there, it was like they are so like humildes and appreciative, and they're just hungry and welcoming, and they're like, we're here. We want to do something that's going to support our family, support our kids.
Yeah.
So so tell everyone, like, how can they follow you?
You can always
What's
go
the social media.
Okay, you can always go to ama.org. That's our website, and it's a new website, so we're learning.
It's not under construction, but it's there.
Yeah, and we're adding.
It has a donate button.
Yeah,
I love it. The donate button.
Or on social media.
Yes, and all of our social media. So we're on Facebook.
You can reach any one of us.
as
Any one of
Ama,
us.
and on Ama Inspire on Instagram.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
And then November 16th, you want them to
November
buy their ticket,
16th.
buy a table, sponsor.
Yes.
Now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
November 16th.
And I am the contact, so you can find all the information on ama.org, or just call the number and ask for Monica Vallejo, and I can take care of
And
you.
to your honesty, even if they share this live and hear it, like somebody watches it later, that enough is help.
Yeah, share it. So
Share
they
it.
can
Share
learn
it.
about.
Que se corra aquí todo.
Yeah.
Que vaya corriendo.
It's gonna be a night among the
so
stars.
talk about that. Talk about the
It'll be
theme.
exciting.
What should we wear?
Sparkly.
Sparkly.
Yeah. I want you to look like a disco ball walking
Like a
into this.
star.
Yes,
problem.
es Noche
Yeah.
de las Estrellas.
Yeah, we're gonna
Right.
have the red carpet. It's gonna be like, a Hollywood
Dinner.
We've got Hollywood.
Yes.
Drinks, dancing.
yes.
What's
Dancing,
gonna
music.
We're gonna have music.
Okay.
But
It's
yes,
an gala.
dinner.
It always
It's a
is.
gala. It's a party.
It's a gala.
It's
And,
a
and who are we kidding, guys? We're gonna be there.
I
It's gonna be
know.
fun. Okay, it's gonna be fun.
It's in the newly renovated junior league.
Okay.
It's beautiful, but yeah, it's just going to be a night of,
A night to remember.
yes, it's going to be a night to remember for sure. But yeah, we're super excited, and really honoring Elvia is going to be a highlight for us. But yeah, we're just come celebrate with us. It's our biggest fundraiser of the year.
Yeah.
So.
No, this is beautiful. Now, I know we're coming already to the close, but I just always want to ask, how do you take care of you? Because you guys are all over the place, doing the planning, putting
I think
the
I'm
passion.
struggling on that one
Yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah,
I think we all struggle with
what have
that.
you done today for you?
Mary Ann has kept me alive. I almost passed out
I've
twice
kept
today.
Luckily, emergency medicine is my background. So she
Yeah.
gave me her symptoms, and I'm like, girl, this is what you need. I
Yeah.
hooked her up.
Yeah. And it's just, and we did a little segment at one of your events, the it's okay
yeah.
not
It's
to
okay.
be okay.
Yeah.
It's okay not to be
Talk about
okay.
it. If you want to
Yeah.
share
Yeah.
it.
And
At
so-
her event.
Yeah. And
That's
so
your podcast.
I know it, I can't, you can't have it all together all of the time. I certainly try, but health, your health is number one because, if I, get sick or something like that, then who's going to do the work? Right?
Who's going to bring in the money for me to spend?
But I definitely, it's a challenge, but I got to make that doctor's appointment.
Yes, I got my list of things I got to do too. It seems like the list always moves to the next day, but it'll get done at some point.
I know. I got to
Jelly,
call that.
what do you
do?
do?
What do you do? What are
I
you
have a
doing?
list also. So
Yeah.
I'm looking into getting veneers.
Oh.
light bulbs.
What?
Yeah.
I was like, I'm looking at her teeth. I got perfect teeth. Let's not wait that.
No. You're trying to
Beautiful
see-
teeth.
No. So I have been like taking care of myself. I did a mammogram, and so I
Good.
just got a notification that I need to do my 6-month mammogram type of
Okay.
thing. So the struggle is real to take care of yourself, but you have to. So
Yeah.
little things like things that don't matter to anybody else but me,
Mhm.
right? I did go see if I could get Invisalign. If one of my teeth is crooked, and only I see it, I'm fine with that. As long as I can fix
Now I'm
it.
looking.
Yeah.
But no,
No, as long as I can
See
fix
the
it.
glasses,
You know what I
I
mean?
can see
Or
it better.
if one of them is smaller than the other,
You're gonna even them out.
you never know. Or maybe but I even
Right.
like even if I look into it, it kind of makes you feel better. You're like, that's an
Yeah.
option.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That's an option. So
Yeah.
that's the way I
And
try
it
to
makes
take care
you
of
feel
myself.
good.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then of course, perfume.
Oh, yes.
You guys
Jelly and
obsession
I,
with perfume.
If you ask us what we do for fun,
what do you do?
What do we do for fun?
We
Jelly?
go to Saks, Nordstrom, and smell perfumes.
everything.
Nordstrom.
We're
We go to
sniffing each other all day long.
Yes, and I
I hate that she's like one of my closest besties, and she's busy, and I'm so proud of everything that you do.
Yeah,
I'm so proud.
Too.
I'm proud, but she's not here 24/7. I have to share her with the whole other state.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So when she's in town,
yeah,
her husband
exactly.
hates me because I'm
Alcahueta.
like all sniffing, and I'm like,
We're
Jelly.
alcahuetas.
I'm like,
Alcahuetas. The Delina was a
oh,
gorgeous
girl.
smell.
Delina,
Yeah.
the Baccarat.
And I went to shut up because I want to go look at some of the clothes.
No,
Like,
shut up.
I-
Did you?
Not Nordstrom, not Saks, the other store. What's the other store?
Which one?
Yeah.
Without me?
No. You know how
Neiman
David's in
Marcus?
CrossFit? Yes. So I went to go look at some of the clothes.
I'm more concerned that you went without me.
I've never been into that store because Neiman Marcus scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, they start
Te
following.
regañan.
No, es que I was like, I don't want to. You know what? It's one of those places.
You don't want to offend people.
Saks, they look at you, they're like, hey, even though their like prices are higher.
Yeah.
You walk in, they're like, hey, what can I sell her? Right?
Yeah.
Neiman Marcus is like, she needs to leave. I was walking
Hey, they
around.
must not know Mamona Spice.
No.
Well, they know. They need
Mamona
to
Spice.
experience the Mamona
They need
Spice.
to. They need to experience
They
Mamona
scare
Spice.
the shit out of me. And so, like, I'm like hiding behind the racks looking at stuff. I'm
That's
like,
what we do for
I'm like,
self-care, guys.
$400 shit. I was like, someday. That's inspiring to me.
Yes,
That I
it
hopefully
is.
one day I can be able to afford things
Walk
like
in
that.
there.
You know what I mean?
I don't care how
I
smell,
can
I'm gonna
drive
buy
a card
Boom.
and now I
Yeah,
get the call
I'm
from
gonna-
Hanu like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I love
Or
Yeah.
like, shh, we didn't get that.
no.
She's like, shh, we didn't get that. I'm like-
I buy stuff.
Yeah, we're like, I
I
get
know.
it.
You
No,
buy
yes.
it.
You buy it.
Yeah.
I get rid of the bag. You know how some people carry the bag
she
around, like
freaking
in
does.
they carry their bag around like
Yes.
a Galleria.
Yes.
I just give it the bag, put things in.
You put in your purse.
Because no, not her purse. Her luggage.
Oh, her luggage.
Her luggage.
You're still
No.
walking around with your luggage.
Yes.
Yes, I did.
No,
Cute.
because she believes in the bag for the bag.
Yeah,
So she has a
absolutely.
big bag, but inside of the bag, there's a bag.
There's
And
smaller
inside of that
bags.
bag, there's
more
another
bags.
bag.
There's another
But check
bag.
this out.
Absolutely.
I was so
There's Ziploc bags.
She has
Any other
everything
bag.
you
It's
need.
another bag.
If I were ever stranded out in the wilderness.
Absolutely.
And then I needed something. I mean, I wouldn't have a phone to phone a friend, but if I did, she would be the phone a friend because
I
she
got extra
has
pair of
matches.
socks,
She's
extra
got.
Oh,
Just
I
like
remember
extra
that
pair of
bag.
socks. I got extra.
She has it all.
I have scissors.
You
I
have everything in there.
Yeah.
Oh, we couldn't get into the city of Houston building because she had some.
Shut up! I did. I
They
had,
wouldn't
I don't
let
know
us
why the fuck I
in.
had scissors.
That's she
and
had a
it's not
weapon.
like scissors. And you know what? Like
The baby
you can-
scissors.
The baby scissors. No, no,
Oh
no.
my
I
god. The
had-
eyebrow scissors.
No, she had like
Scissors.
the ribbon cutting
Oh
scissors.
shit! Ribbon cutting. Shut up! I had scissors, and this man is not making fun of us, but yeah,
Oh
it was like as long as y'all don't have scissors and knives, and I was like,
Oh shit, we
Okay,
have
what?
that. She
Oh,
has
my
that.
damn.
let me
So,
look, let me just
check.
look.
So I love my friend,
Yeah,
but I know
here
that
you
we
go.
were running late. So I'm like, man, I'm gonna go check in. I'll see you because you're gonna be there for a while.
I did. So I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
But that was, and then one time
Matches.
I was so excited to see her because she had come into state from
Yeah.
her other place, and we're having dinner, but I didn't see like what bag she was carrying. So next thing you know, she's like walking in front of me, rolling the luggage.
No.
With the carry on.
No, but she doesn't fly. And I'm like, Shelly, what the hell are you doing with the rolly bag? She's like, it all fit in my other bag.
Claudia, you know how I am. Like I
Yes,
don't know
I
how not
remember.
to be extra. Okay,
I
I
know.
know how not to be extra. So I do
That
have
is not
a rolling
being
bag
extra.
that's pink as fuck. So here
I
is
saw the
my,
picture of it
here
on
is my
Instagram.
bright ass coming along. I'm like, oh my god. And
Be
I'm like,
discreet. Be discreet.
Flashing lights and shit.
Be discreet.
yeah, no, yeah.
Very non-demure.
Yeah.
Very non-discreet.
Yes,
Very
yes,
non-pink.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yes.
You ever see that meme? What is? Oh my god, there's a fucking meme that goes like just. Anyway, long story short,
That's what we do.
I'm gonna
That's
get chased eventually.
Oh yeah.
By
Yes.
dogs
Yes.
with the snakes and cats and
Yes,
everybody
because
and
that's-
bees and
Oh, I thought you were
mosquitoes.
going for Chase the Bank as a sponsor.
That too.
Well,
That too.
you know.
Okay, well, to both. Okay.
Yeah.
both.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
But so yeah.
Yeah,
so
we can
that's-
talk and talk.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, we
Okay.
got 5 more minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I what I do,
What do you do for
What
self-care?
I go shopping with No, I really do. Like I wait for the time of the month that it's time for her to be here.
Yeah, dude.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, Chelly's here. That and
Yeah, Mariah Carey. It's
it's
Oh my gosh.
Yes. No, yeah. She's
Oh,
my
wait
Kelly.
until
You
Christmas
do a
comes
lot to
around.
take
Oh,
care of
yeah.
yourself.
No, I
Yeah.
do. Like
You
I
went to Monterrey.
so that's my
You've been going out of town.
I go to
That's good.
Monterrey. That's
That's
my happy place. That's my home away from home. With my health, you guys know, like I'm
Yes.
struggling a little
Yes.
bit with my health. But we're taking care of it. So yes, it's very important to get checked out, guys. Very
Mhm.
important.
Mhm.
Monica, my money.
I know.
But you don't anybody on the carpet.
But this is
I'm gonna
the
make
thing.
appointment
This
for
is
her
why
and
me.
this is why it's very
Touch your
important.
hearts.
Yes, thank you. I'm an accessory whore, guys. Okay, so this is why it's so
Sorry.
this is why it's
You
so
climb the
important to surround yourself by positive energy, because if you surround yourself by the
Yeah.
right people will hold you accountable in the right ways.
Yeah.
And when I say that, I mean by loving you and reminding you that, yes, go to that doctor's appointment. Yes, the work is important that we do, but it's still going to be there at the end of the day. And if you don't take care of yourself,
It's selfish for me
Who
because if
is
something
going
happens
to
to you,
do it?
what am I gonna do?
No
Yeah.
one to
And I told you.
No
I
one to
know,
stand
I
with.
know.
If something
know.
happens, if she gets
I
sick,
know.
what the fuck am I gonna do?
I know. So I promise I am. I'm taking care of myself.
Yeah, I know. So I'm just gonna drive
And
her to my
same thing.
appointment,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I'm gonna start
With the
telling all my
suitcase.
symptoms that are hers. So she's I'm just
But yeah,
telling the
it's
doctor all my symptoms.
Breast
and shit.
cancer awareness month.
Yes, it
It's
is.
October.
It
You
is.
know. And for me, I usually do my mammogram check around this month, but I haven't made my appointment. But now that I'm hearing from y'all,
You need to.
I
ma'am.
need to. I don't have much
You
to
need to.
check,
But you have them.
Hey, they're there.
but I still gotta check them.
They're
My
there.
mom is a breast cancer survivor since 1979.
1 in 8 women.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
1
My
in 8 women.
sister just
Monday?
battled.
1 in 8 women.
1 in 8 women.
That's
Yeah.
those are
Will
scary
have breast
numbers.
cancer.
Yeah. Well, and for
1 in
me,
8
the
women.
reason I
There's
got a
4
hysterectomy.
women here.
Yeah. Well, I have the breast cancer gene, so the
Mhm.
reason I took all my
Oh, you
stuff
did
out.
the genetic testing?
Yeah, I did the genetic testing because my mom had it, her mom had it, breast cancer. They
gosh.
both survived it. My grandmother ended up passing away from colon cancer, but that's because the tumor started in her ovaries and it spread, and the tumors all that started growing into her uterus and her ovaries.
That's scary.
I know, sorry, I'm going to say that, but she got it all taken out and she survived that. What she succumbed to was having an infection.
Mhm.
That's what got her, not the
Mhm.
cancer. She had already gone through remission and got everything taken care of.
Wow.
So, and then my mom had the breast cancer and she's been a survivor since then. And then when I got tested, the doctor, I got tested when I was pregnant. And my OB-GYN was pissed. He's like, "What do you mean you're pregnant? You haven't gotten checked. Your mom had breast cancer." I'm like, "No." So they actually wrapped me up in lead aprons and put me in to get checked. And I was like already like 3 months pregnant.
Oh wow.
And I said, "But I'm pregnant." They're like, "Well, this
I'm so sorry.
pregnancies could actually cause
Because of
the hormones too."
Yeah.
And so thank God nothing happened. And so then I got tested and then I finally got the hysterectomy. I took everything out, ovaries, everything, ovaries, uterus, I even the cervix, everything I taken out. So I've been dealing with menopause since I
So
was
one
42.
of the reasons that women end up succumbing to their breast cancer is because they don't get early checkups.
Yes.
So by the time they're checking, they already have symptoms.
It's already too
That
far
is
gone.
one of the biggest preventable cancers.
It is
Right.
breast cancer.
A lot of 92%, I believe, they're
Mhm.
survivor, and those who don't, it's because they waited too long. to
sienten
make it.
algo or they feel something and either they're afraid or they don't have access or they don't have the connections.
Access.
And
that's
that's
a
what's
big word.
super important with the work you're doing and making sure we have healthcare that's reachable, accessible, especially women, because we, like, I don't know about you guys, but I always saw my mom and my aunts taking care of themselves last.
Yeah,
And
that's our culture.
And that's
As
we need to
women,
break
that's
that.
our-
We need to
we
break
break
that
that cycle.
cycle, and we need to make sure that even within my brain builders sessions, we mostly have moms, and it's changing. It's changing that you need to take care of you. They come to my sessions thinking that I'm going to help them fix their kid because no, they walk away saying, "Oh, I need to take care of me."
Yeah.
Because if I'm not well, then I can't take care of my
That's
kids.
the mentality that we have to retrain the brain, because our
yeah.
culture has always been we take care of others
Everybody else.
and then we take care of ourselves, but we have to retrain the brain to think, okay, we take care of us so that we can better take care of others.
Yeah. So
So one of the things that I think you said, Claudia, earlier, to that point is that you're right. You know, the accessibility. But I think one of the things that we're so afraid to know our
that's another thing.
know our outcome.
Yeah.
And that's what deteriorates.
Mejor no quiero ir porque no quiero que me digan algo.
Lo que no
Que no
se
quiero-
me,
I'd rather
no
not
quiero
know.
saber, no quiero saber.
Al cabo ya me voy a morir,
no
me
me
voy
duele.
así.
Yeah. Lo que no sé no me duele.
no me
Lo
duele.
que no sé no me hace, you know, whatever it may be. But
O el que busca encuentra.
Yeah.
That's scary.
no, but in all
But
honesty,
it's the truth.
that's
Yeah.
the truth. And so I think sometimes we have to continue to advocate for each other.
Yeah.
Can you just go
And share the stories.
I told people,
Yeah.
and forgive me, I hope your kids are laying in bed. But I told them, I was like, you know what? After doing my mammogram, because I got to do my 6 months now, because but they gave anyway. It's a whole story, way too long to say, or to express, or to whatever, right? But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start touching my friend's boobs. Like you want to touch my like no,
Ven para
like,
acá,
true
amiga.
honesty. We like I've never. You know what I'm saying? We're so ashamed.
You
of
are
our
not
body.
ashamed of
No, I'm
touching
not.
my
I can
No, absolutely. My girls,
I can care
like
less.
they get on
Yeah, for real.
like when they don't want to dress in front of me, I'm like, I made that.
You came out of this.
It's okay.
I mean, I do respect that. You know,
I
if you
do
don't want
respect
to-
it, but
yeah,
still.
yes.
They don't,
I do respect it. Pero there
yeah,
comes
they
a moment
shouldn't
where,
be
like,
where if and I don't want not to have these conversations with my friends. I don't, when they're like, I want them to be like, hey, can you touch this and tell me what you feel? You know what? Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
something
go look,
there.
go look.
Yeah, you need to go if you feel
Go look.
something
Go
different.
look.
Just
Because my
just do it.
mentality eats when I started talking to people.
Oh,
Right. And so I was like, oh shit. But like I said, I don't mind.
Yeah.
Like we need to start being
Nomás no me traumes, okay?
I won't.
And give me a heads up if you
Why you tapping to feel? I said it's that time of the month.
You know what happened to me is that when I'm going to go and I had to talk to OBGYN, the gynecologist was a guy who was a white male. Man, I don't fault him, okay? I don't fault him. But
there's always a but.
This is what happened. And I'll tell y'all. I was like, I
should
took
have given her
everything out to
glasses.
be. It's just. Can you fucking not? Can you not? I know you're not sexually attracted to me. I understand that. Have some common courtesy with my fucking boob, man. But
Can you
like,
pretend like you're
he's
enjoying
like-
it?
He's like massaging, and I was like, get the fuck. And I was like, oh my God. I've had male doctors touch me.
Yeah.
And they're like, hand coming in, they'll move and move.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
They talk to you. They
They
talk you
looked in
through
other
it.
places too. You know what I'm saying?
And they weren't that
En
well.
la juja, en la juja, and all sorts of places behind the juja. Yeah, have you ever done your first pap smash?
Oh,
And they went in there with the swab. I was like,
Oh,
a booty.
the
they
thing,
did.
the
They did.
little Q-tip.
They darted you. I don't know.
You
This
see
is
me
not what I
pucker.
got.
I didn't even ask for that. Shit.
Ya,
But
so
give me
bien
some-
apretada y otra.
Give me some
Me
wine
tenía,
first. Shit.
me tenía there like a fucking pizza, like he was making pizza dough.
La masa de los tamales.
I was
Pepperoni.
like, oh
And
my
my pepperoni
God.
pizza. My pepperoni
Pepperoni.
pizza.
But you know what? That's one of the doctors that has
Yeah.
been the most honest with me.
Good.
That's good.
Good.
You need
And
that.
I
You
appreciated
didn't like
that.
You
it,
need
but
that.
I didn't like it. I
Yeah.
wish somebody else would have touched like my boobs.
Like
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not like
Not
that.
like that,
Because
but-
that's what we're not trying to do.
Okay.
We're not trying. I didn't feel like an object. I felt very much like he was trying to like make his bed. I was
Sucking and rolling.
yes. So I was like, okay, we're not doing that anymore.
Putting the pillow.
But that's good that you went and got checked.
Yeah.
So go
Yes.
get checked. It's Breast
Please,
Cancer
that's-
Awareness Month. Go
Next
We
get
time-
your
say, we
next
say
time
all
I'm gonna
that
make
to say.
fantastic.
Next
We
time,
say all that
make
to
make
say.
them uncomfortable. Look at the dad in the eye. Like, do that one. Do that.
Oh, let's work on that.
Let me back my fake lashes. My lashes.
I keep
That's
whispering.
Monica. I know.
Monica's like, what I get myself
Yeah.
into.
So,
Monica,
other
I
day-
knew about these two, but then there's another one.
Yeah, like
there's a self-exam and there's Angelica exam. Whatever.
yeah. The other day we were in line for something, and I said something very, very graphic, and Monica's like, Marianne, does it have to be so? Remember we were in line at the conference, and we were with Isa, and you're like, Marianne, do you have to say that? I said the man part.
right.
I said the man part.
She
And
said
she's
the
like,
man
Marianne, do you have to say it like that? I'm like, yes, I have to say it like that.
I think that's our goal from now on is make her blush.
Well,
Yes.
we gotta wrap it up. But these are the amazing women of Ama.
Yeah.
We have
Oh
brought you
shit! Yes.
some
Buy
amazing information about the gala,
Yeah.
November the 16th. Sponsor a table,
Get your
buy
money
a ticket, follow them on
Yeah.
ama.org.
Come
Get your
tour.
ticket.
Come
tour the
tour.
school.
Come look at all the wonderful programs we have to offer.
And get your boobies checked because Breast Cancer
Yes.
Awareness
Yes.
Month. And also, this does not reflect the station or my guests, but don't forget to vote. I'm gonna tell
I almost
you
had heart failure when I saw.
So I because La Super Comadre has a new cape in town.
Oh my God! I saw. I'm like,
Super Comadre has a new
I'm like,
cape.
Nadia, what? And then I read
Upside
it.
down.
And then I
It's
read
upside
it.
down. Don't forget to go vote.
Go
I'm
vote.
not telling you who to vote for, but just don't forget to go vote. So let me put my new cap on. Okay.
Oh
I gotta
my
fly.
God!
Go vote.
So vote. Yeah.
Yes. So
Yeah. There's
So,
early
right,
voting
so-
already happening.
so,
Early voting's
I mean,
already happening.
Yeah. So voting is on November until November 1st, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. You can go anywhere around Harris County. I don't know about the rest of Texas, but here in Harris County, you can vote anywhere. Okay, so make sure that you go and look to see where you can vote. Go online, Googlealo, you'll find it. And ladies, have you voted yet?
Not yet.
Not yet, but,
No.
we
we're-
don't
but
have
you
time,
will.
but we will.
But we will, because we're gonna make
We
time for
will.
our boobies getting checked. We're gonna make time for our appointments.
Everything.
And we're going to make time to vote, because every time you vote, that affects what shows up as far as like school, monies for the school, monies for public health initiatives. So we need to vote. So make sure you know who you're voting for. Look at the stats. Look to see what we're number one in here in Texas. And if you see that we're number one in really crappy shit stuff, then you got to make sure you go vote. Because we're number one in people not being covered. We're number one in kids not getting the education they need. And that's not the number one that we want to be in. All right. So, hasta la otra. Follow my comadres of AMA. Make sure you buy your ticket, sponsor, visit the school, and we'll see you each other again.
Thanks for having us.
Yes. aquí en el show Catching Up with Claudia. ¿Tan tan? ¿Ya terminamos? Ok, bye.
Bienvenidos a Supernova Furniture, donde encontrarás salas, recámaras, comedores, vanities, escritorios, desayunadores, espejos reclinables, cómodas, cajoneras, descansets, biombos, respaldos, mesas de centro, literas, lámparas, colchones de todos los tamaños y texturas, vitrinas, muebles para oficina, alfombras, detalles, adornos, salas de teatro y mucho más. No te lo pierdas. Todo aquí en un solo lugar. Supernova Furniture ofrece todo lo que necesitas para tu hogar. Recuerda, tenemos muchas locaciones alrededor de todo Houston. Además, estamos abiertos todos los días. Música variada, interesantes shows en vivo. Tu mejor opción en internet, Radio Cristal USA.